What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Welcome back to the Smoking Buzz channel. It's your boy, New Jersey Preem. And today I got a top 10 list for you guys. And I'm doing my top 10 quarterbacks entering the 2025 season. And you guys know I'm a huge football fan. I cannot wait until the season start. As of today, we probably got a little less than a month before our first game. As a matter of fact, we definitely got less than a month for our first game. Our first game is on July 31st. I believe that's the Lions and the Chargers, our first preseason game. So before we get into this list, make sure you guys do the regular YouTube stuff, comment, like, and subscribe down low. Make sure you guys are paying attention because we are giving away 2 posters off of my wall right here because we hit our subscribe goal of 1,500. So all you need to do is subscribe. That's it. Make sure your subscribers is on so I can see that you subscribe, and then I'm picking somebody at random. It's just that easy. Make sure you're watching the videos because I will be shouting out the people that I am picking. There was 2 posters coming off my wall, 1 for each person. But let's get into this top 10 list. And coming in at number 10 without any further ado, we got CJ Stroud. And CJ Stroud only dropped this year based off of his production. And I know people are like, well, that's why a lot of people would drop. But if you go look into his stats, I think one of the leading issues that led to his production dropping was the fact that he got sacked damn near double the amount that he did his rookie season. If I'm not mistaken, it probably was double the amount his rookie season. I think he got sacked 32 times his rookie season, and he got sacked like 50-something times, almost 60-something times this past season. And I think that correlates directly to how his stats had dropped a little bit. His touchdown to interception ratio dropped, of course, from his rookie season. I mean, when you have a rookie season like that, it's kind of hard to be better than that in your sophomore season, especially when the NFL defensive coordinators get this tape on you. Coming in at number 9, we got Jared Goff from the Detroit Lions. Jared Goff would be a lot higher on this list, but I just think that the other quarterbacks that's above him earned the right to be above him. Jared Goff is a really good quarterback. I think that his systems makes him look better than what he really is, and I hate to say it like that because he's really good. He could sling that pill, bro. He could throw that motherfucking rock. No bullshit. But one thing about Jared Goff is he got that kind of, and I don't want to compare him to Eli because Eli is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. But we all know if you put a little bit of pressure in Eli's face, he's tossing that bitch up for grabs. I feel that same thing with Jared Goff, and he's nowhere near as athletic as the rest of the quarterbacks on this list, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2. And coming in above him at number 8, we got Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels had the greatest rookie season of a quarterback. I feel like we say this shit every year almost, but Jayden Daniels had the greatest rookie year of a quarterback that we ever seen. Maybe we haven't seen since CJ Stroud, and before that we probably haven't seen it since Dak Prescott in 2016. But he had a great season. I mean, he Cliff Kingsbury, you know what I'm saying, tailored that offense for him to help him flourish. His weapons did everything they were supposed to do. He balled out by himself. Jayden Daniels balled the hell out. Took his team all the way to the NFC Championship game. The only reason why Jayden Daniels is coming in at number 8 and not no higher than that is because of the same issues that we had with CJ Stroud. After you get a year in and these defensive coordinators get tape on you, let's see how you respond then. The sophomore slump is real. It's not too many quarterbacks that come in and have a great rookie season and then follow it up with a great sophomore season. So I'm expecting a little bit of a fall off with Jayden Daniels, hence why he's at number 8 and not above. And then we're moving on to the next one, and coming in at number 7 is the guy that beat him in the NFC Championship game, and he is the Super Bowl MVP. That's Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, out of all the quarterbacks on this list, is probably, I mean, with the exception of a few, but he's probably the winningest quarterback on this list, like I said, with the exception of a few. He does not do all the quarterback things, like read defense great, throw with anticipation, check in and out of plays. He's not doing that at the level that the other quarterbacks are, but he's getting there, and he's getting pretty damn good. You don't win the Super Bowl MVP without being pretty damn good. We probably, before the season starts, we probably have to come back and check this list out and change some shit around. And coming in right above him, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of feedback for this one. A lot of motherfuckers is not gonna like this. But coming in at number 6, right above Jalen Hurts, is my guy, Rain Dakota Prescott. Dak Prescott, Dallas Cowboys QB1. If we're talking quarterbacking, like I said, reading the defense, all in anticipation, understanding your checks, before and after the plays, pre and post snap reads. He does every single thing better than the guys that's under him, in my opinion. In my opinion, of course, but this is my list. And if you don't like it, you leave me your list down in the comments. Ryan Dakota Prescott is the sixth best quarterback, if not the fifth best quarterback in the league, honestly, when he is healthy. But coming in at number 5 is one of the elder statesmen of the league, and I think he's definitely the oldest guy on this list, without a doubt. By far, he's the oldest guy on this list, and that's Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford don't get enough credit for being able to do what he do with what he has. Last year, he didn't have a great offensive line. His weapons was in and out of the lineup when it came to Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. And this man just steadied the shit, kept things going, got them to the playoffs. Like that's just what he does. That's just what Matt Stafford does. And then if you go look at his stats and you compare him to other quarterbacks on this list, you'll be like, yo, he's not really that much, you know what I'm saying, that far off when we're talking about how great he really was last year. And I know a lot of people looking at the Dak Prescott spot like, oh, he's number 6 and he ain't even played more than 6 games last year because of the injury. I don't give a fuck. You lucky that he ain't number 1. Coming in at number 4, we got my guy, Joe Burrow. So look, like Joe Burrow being at number 4, I think that's kind of a slight to him based off of the fact that last year he was literally the best quarterback in the league, but he just had the worst defense in the league by far. Like, I mean, they was averaging like 35 points on offense, but the defense was giving up like 41 or some shit like that. So Joe Burrow just deserves the respect that he receiving right now, just because of the fact that he was able to carry that team to, I believe, 8 wins just off the strength of his arm. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Jamar Chase had a lot to do with it, but Jamar Chase ain't gonna have shit to do with it if Joe Burrow don't get him the rock. You feel me? So shout out to Joe Burrow coming in at number 4, top 4 quarterback in the league without a doubt. Him and the guy above him interchange, in my opinion, which is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is coming in at number 3. Lamar Jackson is probably the most over-scrutinized quarterback next to Dak Prescott in the NFL. I don't understand what you guys want Lamar Jackson to do other than what he's been doing. People love to point at the postseason success and only blame the quarterback. But if you take last year, for instance, you have a top, if I'm not mistaken, they was the top 2 running team. I think the Eagles was number 1 and the Ravens was number 2, or it might have been flipped. And you get into one of your biggest games in the playoffs of the year, and y'all only run Derrick Henry, I think 12 or 15 times. That's inexcusable. And it seems like every big playoff game, the coaching staff of the Baltimore Ravens decides we're gonna go away from what got us here, and we're going to try to do something new. Maybe we'll catch these guys off guard. You do what the fuck brought you to the dance. You don't get into the goddamn AFC Championship game and decide, I'm going to let Lamar Jackson drop back 45 times, even though we ran the ball about 40 times a game coming into this. It's just stupid, dumb shit. And coming from a Cowboy fan, trust me, I know how I feel when some shit been working all year that you get to the playoffs and then you don't do the shit that actually been working. Like, that shit's so fucking stupid. I think Lamar get way too much hate based off bad coaching, honestly. And don't get me wrong, I know he had some bad playoff games, but so did all these other quarterbacks on this list. The difference is they had some good defensive stops and they had some good coaching done in them fucking games. You feel me? So let's move on from Lamar before I get any more upset. Coming in at number 2, we got the reigning MVP of the league, and that's Josh Allen. Josh Allen, you could say that everything that I said about Lamar Jackson, you could say the same thing about Josh Allen. Doesn't get enough credit for what he do. People only talks about the shit that he's not able to do. And honestly, guys, when you're going against an all-time great, because we have to start putting Patty Mahomes in the all-time great, right, conversation. When you're going against an all-time great, ask Peyton Manning. Ask Phillip Rivers. Ask whoever was in the AFC when Tom Brady was on his run. It's hard as fuck to beat those guys. Not just the quarterback, but the team itself, because the team itself believes they're going to win because they have that man at quarterback. So they already playing extra hard. They say, look, all we got to do is handle our jobs, and he going to handle the rest. That's how the Kansas City Chiefs look at it. And there's going to be some great quarterbacks. CC Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, that's not going to be able to win or win as much because they're going against a great head coach and a great quarterback. But Josh Allen is our number 2 quarterback going into the 2025 season. And that only leaves one option going into the 2025 season for number 1. And if you guys don't know who number one is, go ahead and comment who you think number one is right down below. And before you do that, make sure you go over to Patreon and become a buddy over there. You can be free, or you can pay the little $5 and you get some exclusive content. But coming in at number one is a no-brainer. Mr. Patrick Mahomes. Patty Mahomes has been the most successful quarterback in the NFL since he's started in the NFL, put it like that. Because his rookie season, I think he only played maybe 2 or 3 games on the back half of the season and shit. But since he started in the NFL, he's been one of the most successful quarterbacks, whether it comes to win percentage or statistics. Been extremely successful. You got to give a lot of credit to not only him, but to Andy Reid as being one of the greatest offensive minds of all time and allowing his quarterback to do the things that he do. Some people have their quarterbacks or their star players on a short leash. Do what is only going to benefit the team and don't do no more, no less. Andy Reid allows his players, and especially his quarterbacks, to be themselves, and he get the best versions of those players when he do that. Patrick Mahomes is, like I said, in those conversations for all-time greats. So when you're making a list and he not number one, stop it. And I'm not even close to being a Patrick Mahomes or a Kansas City fan. I'm definitely an Andy Reid fan, but I'm not close to supporting Pat or Kansas City for real. But I gotta call a spade a spade. Patrick Mahomes, especially let's just say the last 5 years, has been literally the best quarterback in the league. And I ain't talking about who wins the MVP. I'm talking about when it comes to when it really fucking matters. I'm talking about 2-3 minutes left in the game, who got the ball, how much time you got left. Look, it took him 13 seconds to knock Josh Allen out of the playoffs. He don't need that much time. When they was getting their ass blown the fuck out by the Eagles, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of people that felt like Patrick Mahomes was going to bring them back. That's the type of vibe you get with that quarterback. You don't get that with no other quarterback underneath him. I'm sorry how you feel about Josh, Lamar, Joe Burrow. Hell, y'all know how I feel about Dak Prescott. But there is no quarterback underneath Patrick Mahomes that makes you feel like we always going to win this game because we got him right there taking snaps under center. So you guys let me know what you think about this list. If you like it, if you dislike it, if you think that somebody was left off, if you think somebody was too high or too low, let me know down in the comments. I will be responding to everybody. I have no problem responding to nobody. As always, peace and love. And remember, stay fried, my friends. I am out.